To see it in a mother's eyes as I held her, who lost her entire family.
Right now on this special edition of CBS 2 News on CBS in New York, we are following a developing and frankly heartbreaking situation in the Bronx. At least 19 people are dead after a high-rise fire. Many of the victims are young children. Good evening. I'm Jessica Moore. We just learned the fire was caused by a malfunctioning portable space heater. The fire commissioner said a door was left open in that original apartment, allowing smoke to rise throughout the 19 stories of the building. The FDNY also says more than 60 people were hurt, many of them critically. This happened in the Fordham Heights section around 11 o'clock this morning on East 181st Street near Webster Avenue. We have team coverage as residents are beginning to grapple with what happened. Let's begin with CBS 2's Kevin Rincon. He's been following this story all day. Kevin.
Jessica, 7 hours after that fire started here in the Fordham Heights section of the Bronx, and there is still a massive response, including the NYPD's crime scene unit. Just in the last hour, we learned, as you mentioned, the fire started on one specific floor, went out of the bedroom into the hallway, and never spread beyond that. The smoke is what went up to the 19th floor, and it's really what started this tragedy. The fire started on the second and third floors, but quickly spread.
It started in a malfunctioning electric space heater. That was the cause of the fire. The fire consumed that apartment that is on 2 floors and part of the hallway. The door to that apartment, unfortunately, when the residents left, was left open. It did not close by itself.
Once you got to the 6th floor, it was pitch black, so you couldn't see no more.
She waited for firefighters to come knocking to let her know it was clear for her to leave. That alone was terrifying.
From my window trying to look out, I can see the flames in my next door, in the next apartment from me. And it was very scary.
Up on the 9th floor, Delaney could only listen as neighbors begged.
There was a lot of kids crying, help, help, help.
She and her family got out unharmed, but knows the same can't be said for everyone, and that weighs heavy on her.
I can't describe that. I can't.
Hours after the fire was put out, we could still see first responders hard at work. Most of the victims here were hit hard by the thick black smoke that shot up all the way to the very top, the 19th floor.
Members found victims on every floor in stairwells, and we're taking them out in cardiac and respiratory arrest.
And Jessica, in the last hour, Commissioner Nigro also said that many of the firefighters who responded, 200 in all, some of them ran out of oxygen in their oxygen tanks as they tried to make their way to the top floor. We're live in the Bronx.